What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Nutrition Talks with me, Tyson the Trainer. Now, today I want to share with you about some client progress, a client who's finishing up with me after 16 weeks. We just got off the phone and I just wanted to share this as a podcast episode because I'm so grateful for what I get to do as a job and to see people change. And after just getting off the phone with him, it reminds me of why I try and preach what I do to people. Because the one thing that he came to me first with was wanting to lose weight and make a transformation in 16 weeks. You know, he's like, oh yeah, after the 16 weeks, you know, everything's going to be different, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, absolutely. We'll see a change, all these type of things. And not to say that he didn't see a change, like he lost 7+ kilos in 16 weeks, which when you think about that, is like 2 kilos, 2, 4, 6, like 2.5 kilos a month, basically, which is pretty fucking good. He lost 7.5 kilos, so 2.5 kilos a month. And you might be like, oh, that's pretty slow. But the thing that I love about this is, one, he didn't think that was slow, and two, reiterating how his mindset changed over the time frame and realizing that it's not a 16-week thing. And he was saying to me, he's like, I just realized, like, I think he's like, it must have been week 10 or week 11 when I was getting close towards the end. He's like, I just realized that this isn't a 16-week, I'm changing my body and that's what it's going to be. He's like, I can't wait to see what I can do by the rest of the year. So for those of you listening to this in February, you know, he's like, I cannot wait to see what I can do for the rest of the year. So he's actually now thinking 10 months ahead of time because he was able to change his mindset and realize that this is a lifestyle, you know? He's like, oh, look, I realized that it's about these small little habits, and even though they didn't seem like they were so big, he's like, all these little things were compounding. It was making me laugh because all the stuff that he was saying is literally what I try and teach all the time about, like, small changes adding up. And he's like, you know, it wasn't one important thing that made everything change. He's like, it's the fact that I started eating breakfast regularly and that I wasn't snacking and shit at 10 a.m. anymore because I actually had good quality food. It's the fact that I go to the gym every single day, even though it's only 30 to 35 minutes. It's something I continuously show up with. Even on the days I don't feel like going, I still go because I know how good it feels afterwards. It's just about having some good structure when it comes to my food. And he's like, look, you know, I think about my vegetables, I think about my protein. And he was saying, like, this is a lifestyle now. And I'm like, oh my God, yes, right? It makes me so happy. Because again, it's not to say that I don't get people results within 12 or 16 weeks. Like, they're still going to see physical progress. They're still going to lose weight. They're still going to get body composition changes. But that is not the only goal I have for people. If I wanted to get people fucking results, I'll just put them on 1,200 calories and give them a strict diet. They will lose weight and they will get results. But the goal isn't to lose weight and get results straight away. The goal is to teach them the lifestyle factors they need to implement for the rest of their life. And with that, being realistic and meeting them where they're at. Like, this guy has a kid, he has a partner, he has a very, very busy job, he works long hours, so we have to fit things into his lifestyle, just like the same thing you have to do for yourself. You have to be realistic with where you're at and think about, do you realistically have as much time as you think in order to dedicate towards what you want to do? Because if you can't train every single day, why are you giving yourself a 6 or 7 day program? Give yourself a realistic amount of time you can go to the gym and the realistic amount of days you can go. You know? This is what we want to think about. And if you can do that, it's going to make a huge difference to your overall life. Because when you set realistic expectations and you're not in a rush and you know this is going to be a long-term thing, you are then going to act not impulsively, all right? You're going to do things that are going to benefit you long-term. You're going to realize that the decisions you make now aren't going to affect you tomorrow or the next day or even the next fucking week. They're going to affect you a year from now. And if you're making the good decisions that's moving you in the trajectory you want to move towards, that's what's going to matter most. Okay? You have to really pay attention to that. If you want to change your trajectory, you have to make small adjustments every day. Small adjustments that may not seem that worthwhile every day, but you know are going to lead to a positive outcome. There was a thing in Atomic Habits where if you're going to be on a plane and you have a 1 degrees change in regards to the direction the plane is going to go, it is going to go to a completely different city towards where it was supposed to go. 1 degrees difference. This is why 1% changes pay off, because it's going to put you on a different trajectory overall, all right? The same thing is what you tell yourself, oh, today doesn't really matter, I'm just going to have this. Oh, tomorrow doesn't really matter, I'm just going to have this. That 1% trajectory is going to put you in a positive direction or a negative direction. So I just wanted to get on here and reiterate this, that, like, you know, making lifestyle changes is what you've got to consider. It's not a fucking 10-week challenge or a 12-week transformation. It's the rest of your life. And when you can make decisions that may not seem that big in the short term, but are going to lead to big trajectory in the big term, that's what matters most. So this is just your friendly reminder, guys. Play the long-term game. I'll speak to you next time.